My brothers and sisters, may the Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark. A leper came to him and, kneeling down, begged him and said, "If you wish, you can make me clean." Moved with pity, he stretched out his hand, touched the leper, and said to him, "I do will it. Be made clean." The leprosy left him immediately, and he was made clean. Then, warning him sternly, he dismissed him at once. And then he said to him, "See that you tell no one anything, but go and show yourself to the priest and offer for your cleansing what Moses prescribed. That will be proof for them." The man went away and began to publicize the whole matter. He spread the report abroad so that it was impossible for Jesus to enter a town openly. He remained outside in deserted places, and people kept coming to him from everywhere. The Gospel of the Lord. At the time of Jesus, leprosy was perhaps the most terrible diseases one could have, both psychologically and emotionally. It was much the same as AIDS was when it was first initially found, as being such a terrible disease. And so because of that, leprosy would be not only for the person a terrible thing to carry on themselves, but also for themselves psychologically and emotionally. A leper was not allowed to live in the town because of that. He'd have to stay outside the town. And only he could come back in if it was proven that he was indeed been cured. And that's why Jesus makes the point of telling him, go and see the priest and do the prescribed things that Moses requires, so that he'd be then free again to move back into the midst of the population. It's interesting that as this all happens, he who had to be outside the town, now Jesus takes on the same character. Because he's been telling everybody about it, Jesus can't come into a town openly anymore. So he now stays out in the deserted places in order to preach the message and to heal those in need. This man, of course, had great strength and great power of belief that he knew that Jesus could clean him and could heal him if he wanted to. And he says it point blank and just saying, "If you wish, you can make me clean." And Jesus in pity sees what he needs and gives it to him. It's also interesting as well that when we see the various miracle stories, there's different ways that Jesus carries out the miracle. In this particular instance, he touches the man. And that touching is far more than just the fact of him doing this as part of the healing. It's in order all of a sudden to say that the man already is seen to be cured, that he's willing to make kind of contact, personal, physical contact with this individual. Jesus calls each of us to healing. Sometimes we don't realize we even need it. And yet the case is there that we have to sometimes put ourselves into a frame of reference and a mindset to recognize out of faith that with God anything is possible. And sort of counterbalancing that, of course, is what we heard in that first reading as we continue to hear the woes of the people of Israel. They thought by taking the Ark of the Covenant into their battle they would be sure to win. And ironically, they did not. The exact opposite happened. And of course, it was also for them perhaps a wake-up call to the fact that we can't use God as some kind of a token that we pull out and use as we need him and then put him back away on a shelf again, that those kind of things cannot take place. And so this moment for them becomes hopefully a moment of purification for them as a nation. Today then, as we continue our celebration of ordinary time, let's be mindful of the fact that we too cannot use God, that we have to end up in faithfulness and in belief to allow him to move as he wills according to his time frame and not our own. This last Monday, it was announced at the Catholic Center, and a notice was sent out to all the priests and religious of the diocese that I will be retiring on June 1st. So I will be leaving here and probably moving into one of the retirement homes come June 1st. I've been here 12 and a half years, and it's been a marvelous experience here, and a marvelous experience with a lot of fires sometimes in the course of my work as Vicar General and Moderator of the Curia. So I hope for the rest of these few months we're together, that we continue to pray together, and once I leave, that you don't forget me, you continue to pray for me as I will for you.